Good evening to you. 7 News Live at 5. A big day for South Carolina. The President of the United States visiting the Palmetto State this afternoon to meet with leaders at Boeing. He's pushing his jobs agenda and making the case that his policies will improve the economy. Kristen Holmes has a closer look.
America is going to start winning again, winning like never, ever before.
President Donald Trump channeling candidate Donald Trump.
USA.
Taking his message to the people while visiting a Boeing plant in South Carolina.
As your president, I'm going to do everything I can to unleash the power of the American spirit and to put our great people back to work.
A measured President Trump staying on message, a stark contrast from Thursday's contentious press conference.
Okay, sit down. I understand.
Where the president aggressively argued that things were running smoothly.
This administration is running like a fine-tuned machine.
But just hours later, his choice to replace his national security advisor, Michael Flynn, retired Vice Admiral Bob Harward, turning down the offer, citing family commitments. But a friend of Harward saying the former Navy SEAL was wary of the chaos in the White House.
And it's not unusual in administrations for people to turn down positions.
Top Republican in the Senate, Mitch McConnell, reacting to the president's ramped-up rhetoric, saying he'd prefer to see him stay on message.
I like what he's doing. I've not been a fan of the extra discussion that he likes to engage in, but we're going to soldier on.
In Washington, I'm Kristen Holmes.
Meanwhile, also in Washington, the White House is pushing back against a draft memo the AP obtained indicating the Trump administration is considering mobilizing the National Guard to round up immigrants in the U.S. illegally. Spokesman Sean Spicer called the memo 100% not true. Democrats called the idea appalling.
That would be one of the most un-American things that would happen in the last century.
And President Trump is promising to roll out a new executive order on immigration next week to replace the travel ban now blocked in the courts. Meanwhile, the Senate has approved the president's pick to head the EPA. The go-ahead comes over the strong objection of Democrats who spent the night on the floor railing against Scott Pruitt's environmental record. So-called secure messaging apps are reportedly being used in Washington to leak embarrassing or sensitive information to journalists. Vladimir Dithers takes a closer look at that technology.
So I just received a new message, which again is end-to-end encrypted.
John Broad didn't set out to make a leaking app, but apparently many people use Confide for that purpose.
You unveil the message by wanding over it with your finger.
Once messages are read, Broad claims they vanish without a trace.
The message is gone forever. It's deleted from our servers. You can't archive it, print it, save it, cut and paste it. Again, just like the spoken word, it disappears.
And taking a screenshot of the message? Forget about it.
The message self-destructs, so I can't go back in and try to piece together a number of screenshots into the actual message. And it notifies both the sender and a recipient that a screenshot was attempted.
Features like that are attractive to officials who don't want to be outed as leakers. It also means not having to use unsecure private email accounts.
Any newsworthy hack, leak, vulnerability of digital communication leads to a corresponding spike in our usage and engagement metrics. You can't hack or leak something that no longer exists.
CBS News has learned at least 3 prominent Trump White House staffers have Confide accounts. On Thursday, the president vowed to prosecute leakers.
We are looking into that very seriously. It's a criminal act.
It's not known if secure messaging apps like Confide, Telegram, and Signal were used in recent leaks of classified information.
They're likely violating the law if they are revealing that information through any means, whether it's through an email or through a disappearing chat app.
Vladimir Dutit, CBS News, New York.
Now, the maker of Confide says he wants users to act lawfully. Especially, he says, for those who work in sectors like government, finance, and medicine, where disclosure of sensitive information is highly regulated.